Guys, we got some big update on Vitaly, and the big update is the situation of Vitaly in Filipino jail is not looking good for him. You know why? Because many people are saying there's a big chance Vitaly is not going to survive in the Philippines. And why is that? I'm going to explain in today's video. But before that, I would like to say that already Vitaly's condition is too bad. You can see this guy lost so much muscle, and at the same time, people who take illegal substances are always mentally disturbed. So for Filipino prisoners and Vitaly himself, both of them are dangerous to each other. Why? Because you guys already know that Vitaly's mental condition is not good. And at the same time, in the Philippines, people are in jail for a reason, because they have committed crimes. So it will be like Vitaly versus the criminals. So what is going to happen to Vitaly? In short, you are going to understand everything from this video. At first, watch this video. This creator explains that the situation in the Philippine jail is not good, and if anyone can save Vitaly with a pardon, it is Donald Trump. But Donald Trump will not do this. Why? Watch this video to find out.
Vitaly is really going to stick out like a sore thumb there in that prison. Most prisoners here do appear to be from the Philippines, which really tells me that they must really be trying to make an example out of Vitaly at this point. Like, it was not enough for him to live in hell for the last 2 months. They wanted to make it even worse.
A 6-meter-high double fence made of barbed wire surrounds the prison. 10 watchtowers also surround the prison complex.
I mean, the guy's face looks totally defeated. Honestly, the only way I could see him being saved here is through some sort of Trump pardon. But this guy isn't even American, so it's very hard for me to see Trump wasting his time on someone who was already causing a lot of trouble in the past in America for his reckless actions. I mean, obviously this should serve as a wake-up call for not only Vitaly, but also other idiot streamers who are looking for clout and attention through public harassment. But I gotta say it, even now, though I doubt this guy will learn his lesson. They describe the food portions here as just enough to survive, but nothing more than that. And they say without money, people here do not have access to simple necessities like toothpaste, clothing, or soap.
What? Toothpaste? You have to pay even for toothpaste? Oh my god. That means if this is the case, then I have to say Vitaly has an advantage. Why? Because this guy is a multi-millionaire, and if the Filipino prison allows people to buy things, then I don't think there is anyone richer than Vitaly. And if he can buy things with money, then Vitaly can literally buy anything, and he can make the Filipino prison also a luxury prison because he can spend an immense amount of money. He is a multi-millionaire in the US, which means he has money in US dollars, and as you guys know, if he converts US dollars into Filipino money, then Vitaly is 2 to 3 times richer than he is in America. So, if Vitaly can buy things, I think Filipino prison authorities have to take action on it, because if someone lives a luxurious life in prison by buying out everything, then it doesn't make any sense that this guy is facing any kind of punishment. So, I would really like to know what you think about this problem in the comments. Should Filipino authorities restrict any kind of money usage from Vitaly in prison to make it fair for all the Filipino criminals, and at the same time for Vitaly, so that no one can take any kind of advantage with their money? And you know what? This is exactly why Vitaly should not be sent back to Russia or America. Because even before this, Vitaly committed multiple dangerous crimes, and most countries and people forgave him. But his character never changed. That's why right now the Philippines needs to give him a big punishment as a life lesson. In this video, a creator even describes how many times Vitaly got arrested and then released.
He went to Egypt and climbed one of the pyramids of Giza, which by the way is extremely illegal. He even vlogged the moment where he reached the top. And after this, he was arrested by the military. He spent 5 days in an Egyptian jail, but this still wasn't enough for him to learn his lesson. 3 months later, he was in his mansion in Miami and he was high on drugs. He suddenly craved attention. So he went outside and tried pranking people by giving them unsolicited hugs. But the girl he chose to hug got scared and pushed him back. And what he did next was so bad that it made someone call 911.
Somebody's outside shooting.
Vitaly was high on drugs. He assaulted a random woman on the street. She was being beaten and bruised so bad that an onlooker called 911 on him. He was arrested, but again, money saved him from getting jail time. But after his arrest in Miami, he suddenly disappeared. Everyone thought that was the end for Vitaly. Not until a year or 2 later when he started uploading prank videos again. So he decided to ride the livestream hype. He started to make videos catching files on livestream.
This guy's a fuck! He came to me in a 15-year-old boy!
And this disturbing series worked and gained him a lot of money from his videos again. But of course, there were still naysayers, saying that his videos were scripted, faked, and all the files he caught were actually just actors. But Vitaly swore that everything was real. In fact, he got sued because of it, not once, but twice.
And now, in the Philippine jail, Vitaly will face even more consequences. You might ask me why. Because in Philippine jails, there's a kind of mini-politics. There are team leaders, gangs, and power structures. So even if Vitaly has money, that doesn't mean he will get power here. He needs to win the minds of the local prisoners. Maybe he can do that with money, but it looks difficult. In one video, a black soccer player was arrested and sent to jail, but he got into a quarrel with some Filipino prisoners. That's why they separated him and transferred him to another jail, reducing his opportunities and services.
About this black soccer player who had to be removed from the general population, not because he had really done anything wrong, but because he got into many fights there due to his race.
It's really hard because you have no visitations. All of your privileges, they will gonna remove it from you. They are all walking around, they are playing basketball. Yeah, I get jealous because I'm an athlete. Being here, it's really hard for me.
Here in this video, a guy just explained the brutality and life threats Vitaly is going to face. People got killed over a bucket of water and a little space to sleep in a Filipino prison. It's really scary. There's very little chance Vitaly can survive.
If you think Vitaly just gonna sit in a Filipino prison and chill, well, let me tell you something real quick. Just look at what is happened in those jails before. This isn't just prison time, this is straight up survival mode for Vitaly. In 2017 Quezon City Jail, 2 people literally got killed over a bucket of water. Yes, a bucket of water spilled between rival gangs, and boom, 2 people who did that dead immediately, and also 10 people injured. That jail was packed way beyond normal. Imagine what could have happened to someone like Vitaly, who is not even from there. In 2019, Manila City Jail was running at like 370% capacity. People were basically sleeping on top of each other. And guess what caused the fight? Sleeping space, not drugs, not weapons, just space to lie down. Gangs started to clashing, it turned into chaos. 2 people died, over 30 got injured. Like, think about that, fighting to the death for where you sleep. And then this one is on another level. A jailbreak attempt turned into a grenade going off inside the warden's office. 10 inmates died, including 2 foreigners. Even the warden got injured. Like, bro, this isn't even the prison yard. This was supposed to be the safe zone. And even then, a grenade blast and 10 people died. So you can imagine how Philippine is not regulated in terms of safe jail or safe environment into jail. So after Vitaly go to the jail, by the time he reaches, his life is in danger. He will not going to just face punishment, he will going to start his survival moment from then. Do you think Vitaly can survive the jail, or he will end up disappearing in Filipino prison? Let me know in the comments.
Just to summarize everything, Vitaly has now been sent to a Filipino prison. And everything I explained in this video, Vitaly is now going to be a part of that. Every danger, every consequence, the longer he stays there, the more risk he faces, mentally and physically. Now I want to ask all the Filipinos watching, do you think Vitaly can make it out of that jail without a single scratch? Or is it more likely that he ends up in some serious trouble like the things I just mentioned? And also, is there a chance that something happens to Vitaly inside and the government or jail officials just blame it on another prisoner, calling it an accident? Let me know, what's your prediction? What do you think is going to happen to Vitaly?